my music taste, firstly, is aggressive and house. That's what I came up off of. And then, you know, I expanded out to techno, you know, a little techier sound, I want to say, you know, more international view, worldly, as far as when I began to travel. And then, you know, since it came from here, techno, came from Detroit, I was privy to that, you know, from its inception. So, you know, once I see the other DJs and the other performers doing things like that internationally, that pushed me in that direction. Actually, initially I started as a collector. I wasn't a DJ, I was just a collector of music. I just collected music. So that's how I began actually. Then I got some offers just because of the collection that I had built up of music. They would say, hey, you have all good music and all the music that I want to hear. Can you DJ my party? Well, no, I really couldn't. I wasn't a DJ at that point. So at that point, I had to figure out the DJ perspective. And this was maybe say 1982, 1983. You know, I wasn't a DJ at that point. I was just beginning my DJ career and trying to figure out this thing about two turntables and a mixer. You always have a creative niche or idea of what you want to do or how you want to do it, or I mean, even from being a DJ, you know, that's I think that's where the ideas come from. The club scene, you know, hanging out in clubs and, you know, doing tracks that you would like to be played at clubs or that are played at clubs. I think that's where the whole vibe comes from. I really try to do me, and if they're feeling me, I try to do me, because I like house and I like techno. So I can play some house or I can play some techno. So, you know, I try to, you know, make it me. Don't get me wrong, you know, if the energy is high, I want to keep that high energy in the party going, you know, but I try to do me in general. I just try to keep it me. Well, I think, you know, the European vibe it's got a good vibe. It's energetic. You know, it's a lot of younger kids that are younger than me, but I enjoy it. And, you know, I think that they're carrying on the vibe, you know, as when we were younger, you know, the energy that we had, you know, at that point in time, at 21 and 22, you know, we had a, you know, I want to say a more energetic outlook to the scene, and I think that they're carrying that out now, you know, and the type of things that, you know, we used to do and the gigs that we used to do back in the day. I think they're carrying that out and taking it to the next level. Sometimes it can get a little bit video game-ish, as far as I'm saying. Some of the sounds may not be as soulful, what I'm used to, but when you put it in different arenas and you play it out in certain parties and things like that, sometimes you need that element. So it's another perspective to producing music, you know, as far as the way you put it out there. But as far as my productions, I try to make my productions me. What I like to play and what I feel and what I came up off of, and I try to keep it there. Well, this track right here is on Forma. This is 001. It's called Deep Consciousness, and there's a Ness remix on this that's really great, you know, and this is out of Berlin. It's a great track.
What makes the track great?
Well, I think that the sound in the track, and it's on vinyl, the mastering on it is great. I think you're going to really enjoy this track if you take the time to listen to it. This track is a compilation that Rick Wilhite put out, and it's called Connecting the Compass. It's a compilation of various tracks. He has a track from Joe Babylon, which is out of San Francisco. Theo Parrish, Rick Wilhite edit. Marcellus Pittman, Charisma, Sean Tate from Detroit, and then myself, Norm Talley. So this is a good compilation, and I think this is going to be a great release right here on vinyl. This track right here is Transmissions, a track I did out of Brooklyn, New York. It's a guy named Lenny Passo, and it's really a good label, and they're really doing some good stuff in New York. I play some parties for him, as well as put out some music with him, and he's a good guy. You know, he makes nice records, white vinyl. Clear vinyl.
And that's rare, you don't see that anymore. You see that a lot. The color.
This is a remix I did for a label called Fragile out of Madrid, Spain. I just did a remix for him, but it's a nice record. Both sides are nice. This record is it's called Landed. It's a guy out of London named John Reynolds. This EP was actually ended up being like number 22 for the year in sales. On the vinyl sales, not the digital downloads, but the vinyl sales. So that worked out to be a pretty good deal out of London. This is a good friend of mine, Varoslav Rudy Pliance out of Paris. And I did this CD for Rudy Pliance. It's a good record. Still available on all of your finer vinyl sites. Well, the new album that I got coming out is going to be on Sushi Tech. And I'm not going to tell you the name now so nobody rips it. But I've been working on it for about 3 months or so. But some other releases that I just put out and that I'm working on now, I got a remix that I'm working on for Piranha Head, and it's a label out of Italy. I have a full EP that I'm working on with Delano Smith on his label, and it's called Mix Mode. That's the name of his label, and we're working on a full-length EP, and it'll be out soon. That's some of the newer things that I'm working on.